Hello, welcome to the Healthy You with Ask Dr. J. And remember, I'm your favorite vegan doctor. Today, I have brought you out in the field, and we are going to talk about growing your own food. Being sustainable means being mutable, means embracing our earth and that we are part of the environment. So that means being growing your own food, not eating processed, and being organic. So I'm here today with one of our Black farmers in Jacksonville, Mr. Montgomery, and we're touring his farm. Welcome, Mr. Montgomery. Will you tell everyone something about yourself and how this all started?
Hi, my name is Gene Montgomery, and my farm is called 2911 Percy Road Backyard Farm. In fact, that's my address too, 2911 Percy Road. We've been growing vegetables about 20 years, but over the last 10 years, we've taken it to a new height. As you will see when you tour, we have high tunnels that grow vegetables like okra and collards and cabbage. We try to grow year-round because we believe, as the doctor said, you can become sustainable by eating fresh vegetables.
Great. So, what was the catalyst that started you to think to do this to your backyard?
Well, believe it or not, I was born in South Carolina, and I always wanted to be a farmer. I was born on a farm, my mom's farm, and I left there and came to Jacksonville back in 78. So I worked for the city government, but I've always wanted to grow vegetables. So when we bought this property about 36 years ago, I decided to try to transform the backyard into a farm slowly but surely. I noticed that in European countries, a lot of families there have backyard farm. In fact, they have their farm go to their neighbor's farm too, neighbor's yard too. So that's what inspired it. So it's been doing great.
Awesome. And listening to him talk about how he was a catalyst and how he wanted to be a farmer brings in the fact that in today's environment, when prices are going up, our food is being processed to the nth degree. The meat is being replaced for GMO meat. A lot of fast foods, they increase prices and decrease quality. Sickness is rising. We can heal ourselves. Our body was made. We were given the sun. We were given the air. We were given the earth. And this is and God. And this is all we need to sustain our bodies. So we have to take back our power of healing ourselves. And we can do that by beginning to grow gardens. And as he said, in European countries and other countries all over the world, there are blue zones. And people, a lot of times, if they have a patch of land, they grow vegetables. They grow things that they can eat. And that way you will always have food and you'll be sustainable. But if you stay stuck and don't embrace change, you will die. Because if a person controls your environment, they control you and they control your health. So let's talk about the seasons of planting. Well, no, let's start off with how can a person, if they've never been a farmer, how do they get started?
Easy. We grow in containers, and we try to show people that you can grow in a 5-gallon bucket, a 4-gallon bucket, a 2.5-gallon bucket. Just remember to put holes in the bottom so water can go through. But it's very easy, and we grow the square foot gardening method. We show people one plant per bucket, because if you're fertilizing it right, if your soil is good, your yield will be great. So that's one of the things we do out here, because you can grow almost anything in a bucket.
Oh, wow. Do you have a bucket so we can show them, let's say, the size bucket? And so where do they get the plant from to grow in the bucket?
Well, you can buy your plant from a nursery. You can buy it from us. Plants are seasonal. And you can get free buckets from some grocery stores from the bakery department, because all they do is throw them in the trash. if they're nice enough to save them for you.
Okay.
Some will, some won't. Or you can go to Home Depot and Lowe's and other places and
buy
buy
the buckets.
buckets. But we get our buckets free from grocery stores like Winn-Dixie, and they're nice enough in the bakery department to save them for us.
Oh, great, great. And so with the so let's talk about growing from seeds versus growing from, you have seedlings, right? Okay. Tell us the difference, first of all, for those who are not farmers and do not know, and city girls like me.
You can buy seeds and you can put them in a container, whether it's an egg carton or whether it's a actual seed container, and start to grow your vegetables. And when they get big enough, you can transport them to a bucket.
Okay.
Buckets.
Okay.
It's not that difficult. It's just learning how to grow, what fertilizers to use, and so forth. One of the things that we do in Florida, you have a lot of pests. We have a lot of whiteflies and so forth. So what we do is we don't use the normal pesticides or insecticides. We use a homemade remedy with apple cider vinegar, a little bit of bleach, a little bit of baking soda, and we use that because these pests do not like that acid.
Okay, so let's start back over. So the seeds, you can buy the seeds. Do you suggest buying organic seeds, or there's not a difference?
There's not a difference, but there is a difference. So I'm not an expert on it, but I'll say a seed is a seed.
Okay.
Organic seeds do cost more.
Okay. So actually, if you go get a vegetable that you really like from somebody, you can just save the seed, and then you can put it in, you say, like an egg carton?
Egg cartons or any small container that you can have it with the good soil.
What's the good soil?
Right. A good soil is you can buy from Home Depot or other places that have potting soil.
Okay.
But the key is the fertilizer.
Okay.
And we suggest that you use a fertilizer like Miracle Grow, which is a water-based soluble fertilizer.
Okay.
But Walmart sells the same thing at a cheaper price.
So you put the fertilizer with the soil?
Well, you can buy granular fertilizer to put with the soil. That's a lot of people.
That's the white stuff.
The white.
What is that? Perlite.
Well,
what is it called?
That's perlite too. Now that you mix in the soil. Now we mix that with the soil to provide moisture.
Okay.
And allows roots.
Okay.
But granular fertilizers is like a 10-10-10 or 14-14, where you can put that down. But we strongly suggest that when you water, put fertilizer in your water, and you use only soluble fertilizer. So every time you water, you're fertilizing, and you'll see the difference.
Okay, so this is when you're starting to seed, or regardless?
Regardless, because with the seeds, you have to water them a little bit in order for them to start to germinate. Once they get big enough to transport them to a bigger container, you're watering them on a regular basis.
Okay.
In Florida, it gets humid, so your soil dries out. A friend of mine, David Williams, says to find out if you need the water, you take your finger and stick it into the soil. If the soil is moisture, you don't need the water. But if it's dry, you need the water.
Okay, great. So let's reiterate. You get your seed or a seedling, you get some good soil, and you don't have, it doesn't have to be expensive.
No, it doesn't.
And get fertilizer that you put in your water, and you get you said the moisture, which is like the...
Well, perlite sometimes, if you want to buy perlite and mix it with your salt. Okay. When you buy a plant from the store that's a seedling, you'll notice that the soil that it's in usually has white flakes in it.
Okay.
And that's perlite.
That's perlite.
So we put perlite in a garden soil to hold the moisture in so the roots will grow.
Okay. Great. And then so let's see about some buckets. So we have the 3-gallon and the 5.
That's a 5-gallon bucket, and that small one there would be a 2.5-gallon bucket.
So it's okay to use this one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you can use a 2, but it's 1 seedling per bucket.
That's what we recommend. Now, I go by the square foot.
I can't pick that up.
The square foot gardening book, which I suggest that people buy.
Okay.
And you grow stuff by the square foot. I like everything they do except they have multiple plants in a square foot.
Oh, okay.
We suggest 1 plant per square foot because if you're doing it right, if your soil is right, your fertilizer is right, you're going to get a big plant.
Okay.
Now, this is a tomato plant that a neighbor of mine grew from a seed.
Oh,
He
wow.
started in small containers like this, and he had too many of them, so he gave them to me. So we will take this and put it in the bucket, and as we water it, now with tomatoes and peppers and other plants, you will need something to support it.
Okay.
So you may use a PVC pipe or you may use a stick to put in there to support it, because as the fruit grows, the leaves get heavier from the fruit.
Okay. Okay. And then remember, watering is you stick your finger in the dirt, and if it's dry, that's dry. It needs water.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. All right. So now let's move from let's talk about the seasons and being in Florida. So I know that there are zones, correct?
Yes.
For the parts of the country. And since our viewers from everywhere, so.
Well, here in Jacksonville, I think we're in zone 8,
Okay.
which is a highly humid, hot zone.
Okay.
So right now it's May.
Okay.
And the best thing that you can plant in May are vegetables like tomatoes and peppers and eggplants that will grow in the next couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's humid, they'll be able to take the heat.
Okay.
For right now, we have some collards on the farm and cabbages and kale, but they don't like heat. They're all crop. Even though you see them in the grocery stores, the vendors who are selling them have hot houses where they grow them all year round.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So how can people find out what to grow in the season?
There is a planting calendar, and I'll give you one that you can put on your webpage or whatever, so people will see by the month and by the season.
Okay. And so the key is to grow vegetables in their season, because when you grow out of season, they're not healthy vegetables. They're usually people are using artificial methods to get them to grow, to ripen up. And sometimes they're not ripened, which is a lot of times when you see vegetables that are like watermelon in the grocery stores in the middle of the winter, and you wonder why it tastes like nothing. Or your apples don't taste like apples, or even tomatoes. They don't taste like tomatoes, because it's a manufactured fruit to look good, and it increases shelf life. But what we don't understand, or what a lot of people don't want to understand because of convenience, is that the things they put in it to get it to look cute are hazardous to our health. And so that's why it's so important to only eat the vegetables that are in season. That's why we have the whole seasonal lunar calendar. It's because our bodies are living organisms just like the grass, like the animals, and the animals eat in season, they sleep in season. We have to do the same. So being outside and creating your garden, Mr. Montgomery told you the steps, the seeds, the seedlings, how to prepare, how to water. So the next thing is preparing yourself. If in this hot heat, you have got to put on sunscreen, at least 35 or higher. You know, Black people do need sunscreen. So don't listen. Black people get skin cancer just like everyone else. We have destroyed our ozone layer because of all the gases, and the sun rays are coming through and cooking us. The other thing is to wear a hat. You see all of us out here have hats on, shades if the sun is too bright because of the UV rays, and the proper clothing. I have cotton and linen because it breathes in such hot and humid heat. Some of us have, you can't be out here cute in nice sandals. I have to use the little boots because I'm allergic to a lot of the things that are in grass. But you can use your tennis shoes, but comfortable. Okay. So I'm a vegan, as you all know. So, this is just major in eating all the plants and vegetables. Your nephew is a vegan also, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Can we bring him in? Introduce yourself to me.
My name is Eric Stevens. I am the nephew of Montgomery, who owns this farm here. And on occasions to help him clean it up, plant stuff, help him build it up. I also help him take pictures of his farm. I do pictures for him when he wants to sell, because he runs a market for his farm. Like have a social media presence also.
Oh, great,
You know,
great.
Our older generation don't know, familiar with social
media, right.
So
Gotta help.
I help out as much as I can.
Okay.
I enjoy it. So I enjoy it. I enjoy getting my hands dirty. I enjoy it.
Great.
I'm also a vegetarian.
Okay.
I do follow majority of the vegan rules.
Okay.
But I do only protein I really intake in is fish.
Fish. Okay.
Fish. Everything else is 100% vegetarian. I don't drink fully dairy.
Mm-hmm.
We play around with a little cheese here and there, but as far as we go, as far as the dairy part.
Okay.
So that's my lifestyle.
Okay.
This is another reason why I enjoy
doing all of this. Right.
I actually have my own backyard. I started doing my own backyard using his tutelage on how to do the buckets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's how I started. The whole backyard garden with the buckets.
Okay.
He had the soil, the seedlings. I actually enjoy growing seeds from the
seeds.
From the seeds.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Reason why I think of growing vegetables.
Go, Jay.
All day. I'm sorry. Okay, all day.
All day.
I make t-shirts too. By the way, I make t-shirts too. Get it in there. Get it in there. Ain't no wrong there at all. Ain't no wrong there at all. I just the thing I have when it comes to growing vegetables. It's almost like child raising a kid.
Right.
You burst it, you water it, you nourish it all your life. And once it gets to full peak, you release it out to the world. But to make it get to the full peak, what you have to do, constantly nourish it, water,
right,
fertilizer. Keep watching it always, because just like a kid, you gotta watch them as they grow. Once they get to a certain age, you let them go. Same thing here. That's why I enjoy it. I like watching them from seedling to grow.
Awesome.
I love that part. So situation.
Awesome. So, for those of you that don't know the difference between vegan and vegetarian and pescatarian, it's in my book that you can find on Amazon. The transition. Vegans is a way of life. It's a being passionate, animal compassionate. We feel that animals should not be sacrificed for our pleasure because God has given us enough on the earth. We have millions of types of plants that we can actually eat. And why should animals be sacrificed? For pleasure, the pleasure is for food, or the pleasure is for wearing clothes and all of that. So we try to be more sustainable. And vegetarians, it's more of a diet.
Correct.
And it's more of, not wanting to eat red meat, but to fish. And it's not, you want to explain about the fish? Well, it's not all things called fish.
Correct. All fish. I try to eat the bottom feeders. I try to keep to the white fish, which is the whitings, the red snappers, I think there's a couple more out there that I try to stick to.
But no tilapia.
No, none of that tilapia. I don't care nobody say it is. It's not real.
Right.
They made that fish.
Right.
You don't know. Y'all don't know. They made that fish.
They made that fish, right. And explain what you mean by the bottom feeder.
Bottom feeder is a fish that sits at the bottom of the water, like shrimp, catfish, stuff like that at the bottom, because they basically eat anything, and basically anything they eat, you eat them, you eat them too.
So they're the cousins to the cockroach.
Yeah, that's it from all that.
Okay.
So, and like I said, the only reason that we're not completely vegan is because when we first started the journey, it was more of, like you said, a dietary thing. Then we cut things off one by one.
Right.
Pork came off first, of course. Pork, if you don't want cuts first, stop first. Pork should always be first.
Right.
Number one, in my opinion.
Right.
And then once you move from that, and from that to chicken and beef, you try turkey for a while, beef, so it was all there, dietary. And now we basically do everything plant-based. We enjoy a lot of plant-based stuff out there.
So how does it change your health and your energy level?
Honestly, I haven't been able to control my weight. I got to about 260 at one point. I got back down to 220, and now I maintain a nice 230.
Mm-hmm. But at least you're not at 260.
Not no more. Right. And my energy is much better. I sleep better. I eat better. Me personally, I don't get sick. I mean, honestly, I'm a Vietnam vet. I do have some military disabilities going on with me, but as far as health-wise,
so don't say too much.
Don't say too much. Health-wise, I'm good. I don't catch colds. I don't catch fevers. I just don't do these things. I don't know if it's because of my diet.
It is.
Or because of my lifestyle, because I do a lot of things else that other people don't do a lot of too.
Okay.
The farming. Being outdoors.
Being outdoors,
you get natural nutrients to your body.
To your body.
So if you're not outdoors, you don't be outdoors, you stay indoors too much, you're not helping yourself. So go outdoors, do things, be active, move around, play in the dirt, which I call it, play in the dirt.
Play in the dirt. Okay.
And you enjoy that. That should be my therapy. come out here, play in the dirt, me in the dirt. Like, my thoughts go far big.
So the other thing about, let's go back over what he mentioned, Mr. Montgomery mentioned. I'm going to call him the bucket man.
Hey, that's how I started.
Growing the bucket
You got
man.
outside that say you need buckets?
Need
got
buckets. Bucket man. So he said fertilizer, soil, and a moisture pellet.
Mm-hmm.
And then he talked about how the bugs in Florida, because they like to eat the fruit and the flowers. What was the natural?
The natural remedy was it's not vinegar. Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. Well, I can't remember that. This detergent. This detergent. And,
any particular dish
and
detergent?
water and sun. No, dishwater. The ones I buy is the one. Try to get one with no dye.
Okay.
Try to get one that has no dye in it, because like they say Dawn is real good. It's oil, but it has dye in it.
It's dye. Okay.
There's brands out there that has natural dish detergent that has no dye in it that works great.
Okay.
We use that, and then my uncle also does on occasion. I'm not sure if you still do it full time, but put a little bleach in it.
Sure.
If you want to just have a little spray bottle around, put a little bleach in it, just a little small bleach in it. It won't kill the plants.
Mm-hmm.
What it does, it helps kill any kind of fungus growing.
But it'll kill us.
No. It's diluted with the water and everything else. So as long as you throw it down your tongue and your eyeball, you're okay. It's small. It's very small. Very small.
I'm gonna tell him to take that Jag shirt off.
It won't kill you. It's so small and diluted. It just basically controls the functions. I said, and
You sound like somebody else I know, that orange person.
no. I won't tell you to do that.
We're just joking.
No, I won't tell you to do that. I won't tell you, don't put that, won't hurt. It won't kill you.
Okay, what is the plant? Right.
It's mainly to keep the fungus down.
Keep the fungus down.
That's
okay. And then talk about the other plants, the synergistic plants that you're supposed to plant.
You mentioned like the plants like
the marigolds.
Oh, talking about the ones the plants that help keep bugs
to help
away.
keep the bugs away.
One of the main ones we have, I think he has a big one in the corner there. Rosemary. Rosemary's a good deterrent. Marigolds are good deterrent. It's the yellow ones. They're good deterrent. So you can plant those, like you said, in the square footage.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then they'll plant one of those rosemaries. Or you can put them in between somewhere that naturally keep the bugs away.
Okay, great. And so, so now we have Mr. David Williams, who's also part of the Bucket Farm with Mr. Montgomery. And tell us about what's your role and how you got into this.
Well, we church members, and about 2004-05, we was in church together. But about 2015, I retired.
Oh.
And when I retired, we started hanging out here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You wasn't sitting down, you just came out and started growing vegetables.
Yeah, come out and start doing something. Otherwise,
excellent.
If you retire and go sit in a rocking chair, the time may or may not be good.
That's true.
Body starts shutting down, stiffing up, and you don't do what you need to do. So we hang out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays, Monday, Wednesday, whenever we need to get stuff done. And kind of I guess you would call it gadget.
The gadget man. Okay. Awesome. So what this tells us is that growing your own vegetables, it has so many benefits. The major benefit is that you're out in the air, the sun, you're communing with the trees, and it's just healthy for you. Number two is it provides you food. So if you can grow your own food, you are sustainable. You cannot be destroyed by all the pesticides and all of that, because you control what you eat and what's in your food. Number three, you're more healthier, because not only are you growing vegetables in your food, but you're actually moving around. And this counts as exercise, and you're exposed. And then you see growing a garden creates community and cooperative economics. Community, people get together, they get outside, they talk. They're not on that cell phone and texting and doing, following it on social media. And then you have community and you're conversating. getting to know people. So before we wrap it up, we're going to take a walk and oversee the garden. You see everything you need. And Mr. Montgomery, the bucket farmer, will give you all his information. We'll put it on the screen so that you'll be able to stop by and get instruction and get some fresh vegetables and grow your own fresh vegetables. Have a great day.